You're not needed anymore. Get out of the house, you freeloading slacker. With a word from my sister, my parents joined in a chorus of get out. I couldn't stand my family treating me and my beloved dog like we were pests. If that's how they're going to be, then I'll do as I please too. Thus, my plan for revenge was set in motion. My name is Camilla. I'm 33 years old, single woman. I'm a freelance web designer. My work can be done with just a laptop, so I don't have to go out to work. I've set up a workspace in one corner of my house, and I usually work at my own pace. I was doing great with this ideal job, but about 2 years ago, my rhythm was disrupted. It was my dad and mom who caused it. One day, while I was working at home, my parents showed up. As soon as they came in, they looked around the room and started talking like this. Hey, this house is pretty big. I think we'd be fine living here. Yay. There seems to be extra rooms, and it's a waste for Camilla to live in such a nice house all by herself. Yay. Let's move in this weekend. Agreed. Let's do it. Without asking me, they just went on with their plans. Since I had no intention of living with them, I made it clear to them. Hold on, I have no plans to live with you guys. What are you talking about? My dad yelled, his face turning red. This house, you stole it from your uncle because you were being selfish, didn't you? Now you want to keep it all to yourself. That's just greedy. Stole it. I just talked with my uncle and he said I could have it. Stop making excuses. Anyway, our old house is falling apart. We're moving in this weekend, so get ready. No. My uncle, my dad's older brother, gave me this house because he was fond of me. The title is still in my uncle's name, but he said I could use it however I liked. According to my dad, their house has deteriorated to the point that major renovations would be needed if they were to keep living there. My mom is a homemaker, and my dad's salary isn't high enough to afford renovations, so it wasn't realistic to renovate the house. Thus, they set their sights on the house that my uncle had given me. I wasn't thrilled about it, but my parents had already decided to sell their old house, and they had no other place to go. I couldn't just leave them stranded, so I had no choice but to start living with them. However, as soon as they moved in, my dad and mom started making snarky comments. Hey, Camilla, you're over 30, right? Are you ever going to get married? I feel good about my work right now. If you keep saying things like that, you'll never get married. You should get married like your sister Maya. Ma's marriage isn't going that well, is it? Anyway, I'm fine for now. Suddenly, my mom cut in on our conversation. Hey, don't you talk badly about Maya. She's married and she has aerial job at a company, unlike you. Well, I'm not married, but I have a job. You're always on your laptop. You must be making money in some shady way, right? Shady. I'm just earning a living with my skills. No need to worry. Oh my, talking back to your mom. You and Maya are like night and day. That's how it was. My parents were always comparing me to my sister. Sure, Maya worked at a company, but she was just a temp office clerk. I'm not trying to discriminate against temp workers, but at least I make more than Maya. I get that my parents' generation might not understand working from home, but it still hurt to be constantly ridiculed. One day, while I was making dinner as usual, since my parents never do anything, the doorbell rang. To my surprise, it was Maya holding a ton of luggage. What? Why are you here? It's been a while, Camilla. Sorry for the surprise, but I'm moving in today. I blurted out a confused hubby before I could even process what was happening. This is such a big house. I wish Uncle had given it to me instead. Wait, you're moving in today. I didn't hear anything about this. I told Mom and Dad a while ago. I got divorced. Divorced. So I'm counting on you to take care of me. Maya just vaulted upstairs and took over an empty room. I tried to protest, but my parents took her side and there was nothing I could do. After that, my stress levels just kept rising. Maya had quit her job after the divorce. So during the day, she and my mom would just sit around trashing me. Hey, Mom, don't you think this dress is cute, though? It is. You look great in anything. You think so? It had never sued Kama, though. Haha. Camilla is nerdy. That's why no company will hire her. All she does is sit at home playing on her laptop. Hey, Mom, you shouldn't be so honest. Uh-huh. They'd talk like this right next to me while I cooked dinner. I really wanted to say something, but I knew that would just give him more ammo. So I stayed silent no matter what they said. But one day, a friend of mine had 4 puppies and I got one of them. Enamored him, Luca. He's a black French bulldog, small with the cutest eyes. He wagged his tail like crazy when he saw me. I've always wanted a French bulldog. Working from home can feel lonely, so Ick knew he'd bring some life to the place. From today on, you're Luca. Nice to meet you. Oh, wow. I didn't consult my family about getting him. It's my house and I'd be paying for everything, so they had no reason to complain. When I brought Luca home, my parents and sister predictably started complaining. Hey, you didn't tell us you were getting a dog. Dog smells bad, right? I hate it when the house smells. Camilla, you can't just bring a dog home without telling us. Nobody gave you permission. As they whined and yelled, I calmly told them, Look, I didn't just bring him home. A friend gave him to me. Besides, I'll cover all the costs, so there's no problem. I can have whatever pets I want in my house. If you don't like it, you can leave. At first, they were all red-faced and upset. But a few hours later, they were all taken in by the puppy's cuteness. Hey, he's adorable. Come here, Luca. He's the cutest puppy. Wait a minute. What happened to all that anger? Was it all just a bad dream? It felt like I'd stepped into another world because they were all head over heels for Luca. For a while, they couldn't stop doing on him. Thanks to Luca, everyone was a bit nicer to me, and I had relatively peaceful days. But one day, suddenly the peace was shattered. While I was out running errands, Maya called me. Hello. Hey, get back home now. I asked what's wrong to Maya, who's raising her voice. And then she started yelling by her anger. Luca peed on my clothes. It smells really bad. Oh, just wash them right away. Besides, it's your fault for leaving your clothes scattered on the floor. Excuse me? Are you saying this is my fault? It's because you didn't train him properly. Give me a break. Look, he's just a puppy. He won't go inside if you take him for a walk. You were supposed to take him out today, but did you? I was going to do it later. But this is your fault for not training him. You owe me a new outfit. Sure enough, when I got home, Maya was furious. She must have told my parents because they were both glaring at me too. Maya threw the clothes at me and started screaming again. What are you going to do about this? I'm billing you for the dry cleaning. Why me? If you had taken him for a walk and didn't leave clothes all over the floor, this wouldn't have happened. Shut up, don't talk back. This is all because you brought this dumb dog into the house. What are you going to do about it, dumb dog? Weren't you all over him just a few days ago? You can't call him dumb just because he made a little mistake. It's your fault for not training him. Take responsibility. Why is my family so selfish? While I was getting sick of Myers' tantrum, my parents joined in. Hey, Camilla, the least you could do is apologize to Maya. That's right. It's because of Luca, who you brought in, that this happened. Seriously, both of you, just stop. A puppy is like a baby. Can't you forgive him for a little mistake? Ridiculous. This dog is dumb, man. That's why this happened. Camilla, it's a good thing you never got married. If you had kids, they'd turn out just as bad as this dog. Wait, how can you even say that? If Maya had taken him for a walk and cleaned up her clothes, this wouldn't have happened. Then Maya, hairy brows furrowing, pointed at me and said, I can't do this anymore. You and that dumb dog should move out. What? Didn't you hear me? I said, get out. You're not needed anymore. Get out of the house, you freeloading slacker. Freeloading slacker. Isn't that a bit rich coming from someone who's out of work? I'm the one paying the bills this house. While I was trying to process Maya's nonsense, my parents joined in. Yay, Camilla, get out. You're the reason we all feel so uncomfortable. You're a walking disaster. They kept repeating, get out, over and over. That was when me simmering anger finally boiled over. Enough was enough. Looks like it's time to take drastic measures. I decided revenge to my family, packed my things, grabbed Luca, and left the house. As I was leaving, Maya had the nerve to say, this is your fault. If you just listened, none of this would have happened. They still don't realize what kind of situation they're in. Obviously, they don't know what's coming. Well, whatever. Let the three of them enjoying a moment of peace. I stifled a smile as I left that home with Luca. A few days later, Maya called again out of nowhere. Help me. The house is, what's wrong with the house? I was told that we have to leave by the end of this month. Okay, so what? So, what's the big deal? What do you mean? Why do we have to move out? Why? Because I'm selling the house. Huh? Maya seemed stunned by my words. She stammered, her voice shaking as she spoke. Blah-de-dub all you. What do you mean you're selling the house? You don't have that kind of authority. I do. Officially became the owner a month ago. What? That's right. I had officially inherited the house from my uncle. Of course, the deed was now in my name. No wonder Maya was shocked. I hadn't told anyone about it. Why, you're joking, right? Even if you're the owner, you can't just sell it so easily, can you? Of course, I had to think about it. But when you guys told me to leave, I spoke to my uncle. He said, "That house is yours now, Camilla. Do what you like with it and get away from that dumb family as fast as you can." No way. My parents must have been listening through my phone speaker because they started freaking out too. "Hey, Camilla, this is crazy. We don't have anywhere else to go. If you kick us out, we're homeless. Yay, how could you treat your own family like this? If you were a good daughter, you'd be helping us out." "Helping you out?" I asked them with a low voice. "What are you talking about? You've spent your whole lives comparing me to my sister and looking down on me. Who do you think has been paying the bills all these years? I let you live with me because you said you had nowhere else to go." My parents seemed at a loss for words, having never heard me speak like that. But I didn't wait for them to respond. Who was it that treated me and Luca like we were in the way and told us to leave? It was you. Throwing the original owner out and thinking you'd be happy. You all deserve whatever hell you're heading for. My dad started begging, saying, "Please, we'll apologize. So just help us out." "I don't care. Good luck out there on the streets, you dumb family." With that, I hung up the phone. I blocked all my family's contacts while I was at it. Luca looked up at me with concern, letting out a soft whimper. I hugged Luca tightly. "I'm sorry for shouting. Don't worry. I'll protect you. You're safe with me." It was good to get away from that family that treated Luca like he was a burden. Eventually, my parents and Maya were forced to move out of the house. With my dad's low salary and my mom and Maya unemployed, they couldn't make ends meet. I heard Maya was being told to get a job every day by my parents. Their family dynamic just got worse and worse over time. I don't care what happens to them now, but I'm sure their quality of life has plummeted since I left. They got what they deserved. Good riddance. As for me, I'm living in a new pet-friendly apartment with my dog, enjoying my life. I can work whenever I want, and no one complains. I get to spend my money on myself and Luca. I'm incredibly happy with my life right now. Luca, want to go to the dog park today? But wow. Maybe it's because that noisy family is gone, but Lucas seems happier too. I'm going to protect him and live peacefully for the rest of our lives.